Hello, my name is Amana Begam and I'm here to discuss my next article for ThePrint. So in this article, I have explored the Waqf Board in India. When we talk about the Waqf, so Waqf is a charitable endowment in Islamic principles. So basically, people can transfer their wealth and land in the name of the Allah, which will be used only for the religious and charitable purposes. And the person who transfer the land can decide how the money generated by this land can be used. For example, they can be used for the religious purposes like taking care of mosque or graveyard, and it can also be used to support needy and poor people. So when we talk about the work, the history of it roots in this in the starting of the Islam. So it started by the prophet itself, and we can see the significant impact even in past of the Waqf board. For example, the University of Egypt and Cairo both were established by the Waqf property. However, since I have written the piece in Indian context, so when we go in a history, it started around 1968 when Sultan gave two village for the use of the mosque. So from there we can trace the history of Waqf in India. In the British Raj, four British judges decided that this is not valid practice and it should be invalidated. However, in 1913, Musliman Waqf Act actually saved Waqf in India, and after that, independent India Waqf Board got a proper council for themselves. So it has like state Waqf Board and one central Waqf Board to structurize itself and look into the Waqf property and how it getting used. However, I have written this article to explore how come Waqf Board, which owns the third largest land in India, and when it comes to the urban land, it is the largest. It owns the largest urban land basically. But when we have so much land and the purpose of the Waqf board is to serve the community, so why these resources are not helping basically Muslims? And so the dismal performance of Waqf board create a big question mark on the existence of it when it is not serving its purpose. Apart from that, we know the Waqf board has been center of mismanagement and corruption, and it has and there is a proper evidence for it, and the Muslim youth and Muslim people themselves are the one filing FIR against the Waqf management, complaining about the corruption and using this entire arrangement for their own profit. Plus, apart from that, what an ordinary Indian Muslim or Pasmanda Muslim gets, what does this Waqf board system bring for them on the table? Basically, the normal ordinary Muslim or Adivasi Muslim or OBC Muslim have no participation in such a kind of board. They have a negligible participation. Second, when Waqf board has such a privilege in India, Act like 1995, which seems very unfair towards other community, and we see that no other community has such a arrangement for them for their land of the prayer. Even Hindu, when we talk about Hindu mandir and their land, it is still get controlled by the state. So when we see that there are unfairness and Waqf board enjoys special privilege, the reaction of it comes, and the brunt of it also faced by the Pashmanda and ordinary Muslim. So it bring the question to the table that we should re-examine the existence and the purpose of the Waqf board when it is not even able to serve the community, and also it is bringing a kind of reaction, and people can see the unfairness. Plus these boards are totally these boards are totally filled with corruption and mismanagement. So time has come, like we have to ask some tough questions and see if this kind of institution does any good for the community or India or not. Thank you.